Today, let's explore a stunning nature-blended modern minimalist house designed for stress-free living, an architectural gem that merges clean modern lines with the softness of organic materials and naturally calming spaces. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and share your thoughts in the comments below. In this video, we'll dive deep into the design principles, layout features, natural integrations, and calming elements that make this home truly special. By the end, you'll discover how architecture can transform everyday living into a peaceful, restorative experience. Every great home design begins with a vision, and this one is rooted deeply in the idea of creating a living space that breathes with its surroundings. The architects developed a concept that removes boundaries between indoor and outdoor areas, allowing natural light, fresh air, and organic textures to flow seamlessly throughout the home. This is more than a building, it's a living ecosystem of materials and spatial rhythms. The result is a home that feels alive, grounded, and completely in sync with nature's calming energy. As you approach the home, the exterior immediately sets the tone: minimalist geometry softened by warm wood cladding, textured stone, and lush green surroundings. Instead of harsh contrasts, the facade embraces an earthy palette that blends into the landscape. The house doesn't stand apart from nature, it becomes part of it. Large windows, extended rooflines, and natural pathways guide you gently toward the entrance, creating a sense of serenity even before you step inside. The moment you enter, you're welcomed by an intentional transition space designed to slow your mind and elevate your senses. The foyer features warm indirect lighting, soft wood tones, and clean lines with no unnecessary clutter. A strategic placement of indoor plants and natural textures helps establish the theme immediately: simplicity, clarity, and calm. Every step deeper into the home is like exhaling after a long day, relaxing, grounding, and inviting. The living room is the centerpiece of the minimalist lifestyle, designed with low-profile furniture, natural fabrics, and wide-open views. Floor-to-ceiling windows blur the boundary between the interior and the surrounding greenery, allowing sunlight to paint gentle patterns across the room throughout the day. The absence of visual noise encourages slower, more mindful living. Every element is functional, beautiful, and intentional, creating a peaceful atmosphere ideal for family gatherings, quiet reading, or simple moments of stillness. The kitchen adopts an everything in its place philosophy, hidden storage, smooth matte finishes, and a clean, streamlined layout. Natural stone countertops and warm wood cabinetry bring in earthy textures that make the space feel harmonious and grounded. This kitchen invites you to slow down and enjoy the process, cutting, cooking, brewing, or simply preparing a good meal. It exemplifies a modern minimalist approach where simplicity amplifies beauty, and every detail has a purpose. Positioned beside large sliding glass doors, the dining area is designed for connection between people and with nature. Whether you're sharing breakfast as the morning sun filters through the trees or hosting a dinner illuminated by soft pendant lights, the space creates an atmosphere of warmth and intimacy. The minimal decor allows food, conversation, and nature's presence to become the focal points, turning everyday meals into meaningful experiences. The master bedroom is envisioned as a true sanctuary, quiet, uncluttered, and enveloped in calming natural tones. A backdrop of soft textures, warm wood, and diffused lighting creates a space that promotes rest and restoration. Large windows open up to a private garden or view, allowing natural light to gently wake you each morning. Here, the outside world feels distant, offering a personal escape where comfort and simplicity reign. Inspired by luxury spas, the bathroom pairs simple lines with soothing natural materials. Stone surfaces, wooden accents, and modern fixtures work together to create a serene, sensory experience. A deep soaking tub, rainfall shower, and generous natural lighting make this space perfect for unwinding after a long day. The minimalist approach eliminates clutter, creating an environment where your mind can relax as easily as your body. One standout feature of this home is the mini indoor garden placed thoughtfully within the living area. Featuring lush greenery and natural stones, this space acts as a visual and emotional anchor. It brings natural energy into the heart of the home, improving air quality and encouraging a peaceful, therapeutic environment. Whether used for meditation, quiet reflection, or simply as a beautiful focal point, this indoor garden adds life and calmness to the minimalist aesthetic. Light is one of the most important design tools in organic minimalist architecture. The home is planned around natural lighting, skylights, wide openings, clear-story windows, and strategic shading ensure that each room receives gentle illumination throughout the day. This approach reduces energy usage while improving mood and comfort. Daylight becomes a dynamic part of the interior experience, shifting and highlighting textures to enrich the space's organic character. A nature-blended home wouldn't be complete without sustainable material choices. This design incorporates responsibly sourced wood, natural stone, recycled materials, and eco-friendly finishes. These elements not only lower environmental impact but also give the home its warm, grounded, and timeless aesthetic. Durability and beauty come together, showing that sustainability can be both practical and visually stunning. Expansive patios, wooden decks, and lush landscaped yards act as natural extensions of the interior. These outdoor spaces are designed for relaxation, morning meditation, afternoon tea, weekend gatherings, or simply enjoying the fresh breeze. The transition between indoor and outdoor areas is fluid, allowing you to feel connected to nature whether you're inside or outside. These spaces invite you to live more mindfully and enjoy the world around you. This home perfectly demonstrates how modern minimalism and organic architecture can harmonize. Clean lines, neutral palettes, and open spaces create the structure, natural materials, greenery, and sunlight breathe life into it. The result is a home that feels both contemporary and deeply connected to nature. It shows that architecture isn't just about building a shelter, it's about shaping experiences, elevating lifestyles, and nurturing emotional well-being. As we wrap up this tour of the Nature-Blended Modern Minimalist House, I hope you felt the calm, inspiration, and harmony that this design brings to everyday life. Homes like this remind us that minimalism isn't about having less, it's about making room for what truly matters: peace, nature, and meaningful living. If you enjoyed this walkthrough, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for joining me today, and I'll see you in the next video, where we continue exploring beautiful homes and inspiring architecture.